Time for Mike Mayo's Lunchbox. Find out what's being served with Mike, Defo and Lubie, the only show that covers food, sports, and the proper maintenance of your car. And now, a man who had the distinction of having an entire health clinic named in his honor, Mike Mayo.
I want the flim sauce with the awesome fave, with shafafa on the side.
Good afternoon and welcome everybody to another edition of Mike Mayo's Lunchbox. Once again on the road, once again at one of our favorite places, but slightly repositioned, a different angle this month at Delaware Chicken Farm and Seafood Market in Hollywood to showcase the topic of today's show, which is, Jeff Defo DeForest.
Looks to me like it's all in on the seafood. You were talking about the conch, and I see some of that on display here. Food came out a little bit early, so we're absolutely ready to dive in.
I've been restraining myself. I wanted to dive in.
I think you need to because, the air conditioning is kind of hitting it, so you want to get involved before it cools off too much. But what do we have? We have the tuna steaks, we have swordfish, and then we have a seafood platter that looks extraordinary, my friend.
Yeah, I guess we're going to be talking with either Gene, the manager, who grills this up every month so wonderfully when we stop by. It is they really could, I guess, go to a restaurant format if they wanted, because they do such a good job preparing some of the items. And again, for people who want to come here and shop, and it is getting busy during the lunch hour, it's always good to see the hustle and bustle here.
I love the action here. It's fantastic. It's like a kind of an old New York setting, although, not quite as jammed, but they treat it like, they're ready to serve every individual customer. They have, about 7-8 people lined up behind the counter here to help people out. It's fantastic.
They have a small army here that is willing and ready to serve anybody who walks through the door. They have the old...
I underestimated. It's like 9 or 10.
Yeah, and they have the old pull tab system where you get your number, and they
call you right away. I mean, if you're like 6 deep behind the counter, in terms of the what ticket is being called, there you go. There's another one. Yes.
Yeah. So,
they serve like 10 people in the last 5 minutes here. It's great.
Oh yeah, it's all good. We're here, and again, for those of you who don't know Delaware Chicken Farm and Seafood Market, it's right here on State Road 7 in Hollywood. 4191 North State Road 7 is the address. All you got to do is look for the big chicken on the roof right across from the old Seminole Classic Casino, which I haven't been in there in a long time. I guess
I don't know that I've ever been in there, to be
really?
honest with you. Yeah.
I think I'm kind of
back in the day when it was like a trailer and they had like one video display terminal, as they called it, and that was it. I think that might have been the last time I was in there. It was bingo when I frequented this place.
They no longer have a poker room there, so I haven't been in there because that's usually my main game. But back in the day when they were first starting off, before the whole Hard Rock complex got built, they would have some nitty-gritty poker games and tournaments, and some of the old-timers would be in there. And, it's more of that kind of locals feel in there as opposed to the glitz.
My friend Gary is a slot manager. He was featured in the commercial. They were advertising for a while pretty frequently on TV. And it was my buddy Gary from the track who became the slot manager there many years ago. And he's the guy in the commercial that says, "Yeah, it feels like we're family here."
This family that comes to like borrow money and pick your pockets all the time.
No, not that family. Not where it's 5 points a week.
But that's across the street. Here, you're going to fill your basket with a bounty of great stuff. And
look at this,
I
Mayo.
look around the room. First of all, I look at the table, and I just want to dive in. But I'm going to be a good guest.
No, I think you need to dive in because the temperature factor is...
but you know what? The summertime. So first of all, summertime is perfect time for seafood because it's lighter. It doesn't weigh you down. Not as much, fat, and it's just.
I'm looking at this
brain
tuna steak,
food,
though. Come on.
And it's one of those things where even if it cools off and you have some,
you have the Mustang's
fish,
favorite there, the swordfish.
The swordfish is grilled to perfection here.
Whoa,
it's a very
whoa.
nice meaty.
You
fish.
almost don't need a knife for this tuna. It's fantastic.
Is it cutting very, very? Well,
how is it? Good.
Yes, it's a very nice piece of fresh swordfish.
Here's to you. Here's tuna. Yeah. I'm trying to go ahead.
Gene grilled them up. No, one at a
finish
time.
We're going to have to
Otherwise,
get the Heimlich maneuver guy. Yeah.
Chomping on food, and that doesn't work very well.
All right, I'm all in on this.
Go ahead, you go. I mean, we'll just be sitting here and eating, and it'll be kind of like one of those. What do they call those mukbang videos? Have you ever heard of that, Defo?
What was that now?
Mukbang is a type mukbang, BANG mukbang videos.
Well,
have
you're at
become-
Northwestern. It sounds like some form of hazing.
This is where usually single women have these huge bowls of food. It's an Asian thing. I don't know why, but on TikTok and some of the other Instagrams, they have these videos where these women just shovel down thousands of calories worth of food in
Sounds like this show.
one sitting. Well, yeah. So this whole show,
So we should just call it Mike Mayo's mukbang.
you know
This
what?
tuna is delightful. I mean, I'm going to use your, fancy food terminology here.
And-
absolutely delightful.
And here we
Fantastic.
are. We're at Delaware. We've got our seafood. We've got people streaming in, getting all their things for the weekend coming up, and
Well, Lubie
always a
wants to
good
see it
time
off
to
plates.
grill. We've got. I'm looking around. I see the steaks and the pork products and those burgers that we enjoyed last month, along with some of those hot dogs, the Wagyu. And
I like the fact they'll grill you up a hot dog. Is that really true? You can come in here and say, hey, I want like a pound of hot dogs. And then, maybe you don't feel like going over and getting cream somewhere on a hot dog, which you were talking
like
about
for
online.
$16 across the street for one.
But,
There we go.
and they'll just grill it for you right here in the store.
Here's the man that could answer these questions. And
That
here we
seems
go. We got
exceptional, doesn't it? I
Gene.
mean,
Gene,
It's
the
not really
grilling
their
machine, the manager, ready for his monthly lunchbox
We can try to slide
appearance,
this,
and
wire
we're gonna
through the
get
plates.
that
Yeah, yeah.
through, thread it
There
very
you go.
carefully through the fish, and we've got that. You got that. We're gonna pull down the mic, put it right next to your mouth, and we say, "Welcome back,
you've
to
done
the
it again,
Lunchbox.
Gino.
Gene. How are you?"
You've
Thank
done
you.
it again.
Good. How you guys doing?
Okay, so before we get into the wonderful
It's great, by
fish
the
and
way.
seafood
Yes.
in front of us, Defo had a question because I was talking about hot dog day the other day and where I get some of my favorite hot dogs. And of course, we had those great ones last month, the Kobe beef hot dog and the Wagyu hot dog. And somebody was saying that you can come in here and ask them to grill up a hot dog for you. Do you do that here? Or
I actually have one of your listeners that came in
yeah,
and ordered 2 of the big Kobe and then 2 of the Wagyu hot dogs.
right.
So,
and
yes,
you could
we
grill
do.
it, but you don't have a bun or anything, do you? Or did they bring their own buns?
We do
Bring
have
your own
buns.
buns. I like them.
We do have buns, and then we sell the buns here too.
Oh, right. You
Oh,
just
there you go.
buy
Yeah.
a package and
Mhm.
open it. Oh, right in front of me, right
Yes.
over there.
Yes,
Want a
sir.
bun?
So, if you want to assemble your own hot dog, or I imagine you do the.
Is this something that
do
you
the
really
crab
want to
cakes.
do? Or, I mean, is he encouraging people to come in and turn this into a
Well,
restaurant?
I mean, we're here for
Yeah.
them. When they come for the hot dog, they will come back for some more seafood. They will come back for some conch. They come back for, everything we have in the store.
Wow, look at this.
So,
Mayo Man
No,
driving
and
in,
the thing is,
diving into the frying platter here.
obviously, a lot of people ask you to do the crab cakes for them. You'll prepare them and steam them up,
Very
or
nice.
a lobster, and then that makes for a good lunch. People can just get a couple of crab cakes and eat it in the car.
yeah.
Like Defo loves to eat in his vehicle while he's
Dining
driving.
while driving, yes.
Yeah.
I would eat the swordfish while I was driving, yeah. I mean, the tuna and the swordfish.
Right.
Yeah.
And so it is, summertime, lighter eating, fish is perfect, the seafood is perfect. What do we got in front of us today?
In front of you, we have some blackened
Swordfish, yep.
with some Italian style baked tomatoes,
Baked
with some
stuffed
home style
tomatoes.
fried potatoes. And on this plate to my right, we have the seared tuna.
Tuna steaks are great.
Yes.
What do you have on the outside of that? Is that
On-
something special?
On the outside, we have that's the sauce we put on there, some wasabi sauce.
Oh, yeah, that gives it a little
Mhm.
kick. I love that
And we have
stuff.
some boiled buxel sprout on there.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Same thing with the home style potatoes. And on that seafood plate, we have some crab cook and some jumbo shrimp fried. So anything you see here, the customer can call, and especially the blackened, the seared, you can ask us to do it, and
So
we'll
you
do it
will
for
prepare
Mhm.
fish to order,
Yes.
blackened or just simply grilled if
Yes.
they want.
Mhm.
Oh,
Um,
yeah? You'll do this for him?
This
Yes,
looks
fantastic.
tremendous. The tuna, these tuna steaks are big and lovely, and I always love coming into your seafood display case and checking out, which of the fish looks. They all look great, but then sometimes how it is. Like
Uh-huh.
sometimes you look and you say, "Wow, that looks especially good and plump and fresh." And the tuna steaks, is that like from the local waters, the Costa Rica? Do you know?
I think they from the local salesman.
Yeah.
The local fishermen.
Yeah.
That's where we got them from.
Very much in season right now, too.
Yes, we get
People are catching
plentiful
right
of
and
them.
left. Yeah.
We got plentiful of them every day. We got a fresh shipment in.
These must have been a couple of whoppers, because these are some sizable tuna steaks. Now, how
Yeah.
long do you have them on the grill for?
I cook them like they were supposed to be medium rare, but since they got me going all over the place,
Yeah.
I have to put them in the oven for a little while. That's why they're a little bit done.
Yeah.
But usually it's like 3 or 4 minutes on the inside, so you got a nice
And that's it.
rare.
Yeah. Nice.
You know me, Defo. I like it like sushi, still swimming.
Yeah.
Yes,
Um,
I'm with you on that, but it's fine this way also.
Oh
Yeah.
no!
Yeah.
Again, there's a lot of people out there that, for all kinds of reasons, like their fish a little bit more done,
Yeah.
just to make sure that all the, it's just
Usually it's supposed to be between rare and medium rare when you're doing sea tuna.
Now, tell me
Yeah.
about this conch. This is from the Turks and the Caicos.
This is the Turk and Caicos conch, and this is the best in the world when it comes to conch, and everybody knows that. It's like there's no nobody dispute that. So this week, especially, we have a special going on because we got some good price on those conch. They were like $24.99 a pound. Right now,
It's
we are
delicious,
selling them
too.
for $19.99 a pound.
Mhm.
And if you order like cook like this, we only charge you $2 more to cook it
That's
instead
it.
of
Wow, that's fantastic.
a pound instead.
And you batter it and
batter it and then deep
That's
fry
right.
it for you.
it's delicious.
Yes.
That is really, really good.
So if you want to take advantage of it, call the store 954-983-6831. We could fry some conch for you along with some French fries. And then, you don't have to worry about going outside and then grill or bake or do anything.
They make it easy on you here
That's
at
great.
Delaware, and that's part of the whole, the wonder and joy of coming into this place. No matter what time of year, and to me, summertime always screams the light, fresh seafood. And you also, behind us we have the display case that has the whole fish, and you guys will, fillet the fish, scale it and cut it up and put it into fillets if you want.
Yes, the way you want it. You come in, you pick your fish. We clean head on, head off, fillet, skin on, skin off, whichever way you like it. We'll do it for you. As a matter of fact, I just got a customer I was on the phone with a minute ago. He ordered 2-pound yellowtail,
Nice.
and then with the head on and everything, and then we're gonna fry them for him in the kitchen right now. This is going on right now.
Oh, that's all good.
Mhm.
So
Yes.
I'm glad that, again, all you got to do, you communicate with them, you give them a call, you go on their website. You could also, I think, do ordering so that there's even still curbside delivery if you don't even want to.
Only one caveat with the cooked food, we don't do
Yep.
the curbside on the cooked food. because
Okay.
It's a little bit more complicated.
Okay.
We want them to come in when they come to
Yeah, you want to
the
make
cooked
sure.
food. They come in and then we give it to them. But if it's like a regular order, we'll provide curbside for you. You just call in and then we get it ready, bring it outside to you. You pay with your credit card.
I think we have the right approach to coming to Delaware Chicken Farm and Seafood Market.
Yeah, make them set up a table with forks and knives and plates, and we just
And all
come
of
in
a sudden, we're dining at the Last
and
Supper.
we're just
It's great.
eating a full,
Yeah.
big seafood extravaganza right in the middle of the store, and everybody looks at us like we're some sort of carnival
Well,
act.
you
which
are
I
a
am,
celebrity, yeah,
so-
no doubt about it. Mayo the movie is on the
Thank you.
horizon, from what I understand, the way your popularity is growing.
Oh, it's all good.
Yeah.
And is this the Key West pink shrimp, or is it the Gulf shrimp? Or?
This one is the Gulf shrimp.
Nice.
That's the jumbo clean with the tail on.
Oh my God!
Yeah. And we just
me-
batter them and then deep fry them.
There's
We
nothing
can
better.
also do. We can
It
also do
is a
that
little
for
strange
you.
you're seeing Mike eat a shrimp with a knife and fork. That's
Mhm.
that's pick it up and eat it down.
I'm
the
on my
town,
best behavior today.
That's what I was about to say. Today you're not doing.
Yeah,
that,
what's wrong with him? Yeah,
Today you're not doing the mic.
somebody must have
I'm
given him
not
a
doing the whole pick
lecture.
it up.
Yeah.
I've been. I guess there's some better influences in my life now, and I'm trying to kind of be on the straight and narrow.
His daughter saw the show.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Declared him
daughter
a public
came out.
embarrassment.
He's on the direct order to behave now.
Yeah, she came out last week to one of our tapings up at a restaurant in Delray Beach, and she kept rolling her eyes like, "Really, Dad?"
It was a
So-
rude awakening for the family. It
Yeah.
really was. Yeah,
But
all great, man.
that's just good stuff. I gotta say,
tried the
I mean,
shrimp.
I love it all, but the shrimp in particular, when you get I'm not usually a big fried seafood fan because to me, I love just the simplicity and the essence of the sea and raw bar items. I love raw clams. I love, even though just like when you have a shrimp cocktail, even though they're cooked and steamed, but you have them chilled. But of all the fried things, this fried shrimp is so good because, again, you can tell the batter is crisp and light and doesn't overwhelm the actual essence of the shrimp, which is so fresh and right from Gulf waters.
Yes.
It's a beautiful thing.
Yes, you're right about that. Right about that. We try our best to keep our customers happy.
Now, and you guys usually have, like you said, the weekly special. So usually there's one of the shrimps, and sometimes it's the Key West Pinks, sometimes it's the Gulf, sometimes it's those Royal Reds.
Every week we have something on special. I believe this week it's the let me look on my phone.
Well, you know what I'm going to tell people out there? Go online to DelawareChicken.com because on the website, every week they have their specials listed. They also have their deli catch they put on every day of like, oh, what just came in? Beautiful tuna from the local waters or the swordfish. Of course, they're known for grouper and snapper. All the fish in the sea you'll find right here at Delaware Chicken and Seafood.
You don't have to worry about it being frozen or any of this stuff. I mean, it's fresh as a daisy. And you can tell that I think this tuna, what time is it now? Is it a little after 12? Might have been swimming at 9 o'clock this morning. Was still making its way towards the shore.
We are the house of the freshness. So when you come to Delaware, you expect the highest quality. So that's we pride ourselves. That's what we do. Our price may be a little bit higher than somewhere else, our competitors, but the product you're gonna get from us, you're gonna be very happy, very satisfied.
Well, this is
well, on the poultry though, your prices are exceptionally lower than most.
Yeah. On the poultry, we started having lower prices, and then when we purchase our poultry, if we're paying less, we pass it on. We pass it along to the customers, and especially this week, we're gonna have on the weekend. We're gonna have the chicken wing, the jumbo chicken wing, and the small chicken wings. They're going on sale for Sunday for $2.99. They were at $4.99.
Right.
So we're selling at $2.99 a pound.
And of course, I'm looking at the display case. You got the roasted chickens.
This is the best. This is unique to us. There's not any other store around here. Maybe, I don't know, that sells roasted chicken. Roasted chicken.
It was good. We had it the first visit here, and I still am.
It's pressure fried. It's pressure fried, and then
juicy.
The chicken is juicy and crispy on the outside.
Yeah, it's the perfect chicken.
Yes,
and it's one of the prepared items. Again, you don't have to be a home cook or home griller in order to enjoy the stuff here because there's so much stuff that you could just grab and go and the roasted chicken, or have them cook up and grill a piece of fish or prepare a crab cake. I can't sing the praises of Delaware enough. I can't sing the praises of you enough because every month we come in here and here we are. We got a full lunch set up. We've got everybody coming in to shop, and they look over and they almost like, and Lubie is there with a fly swatter, just swatting them away. No, this is for the show. We have to let this sit here and let Mayo and Defo eat it. What do you got planned for the weekend? Any cooking or grilling going on? Or are you just chilling?
Not really, but for the store, we started to bring, because we stopped doing like a dinner a la carte. When like you come in here and then you said, I want a 2-piece dinner. It could be the rotisserie chicken or the roasted chicken. We stopped doing it because of COVID. But right now, we're going back to doing them again.
Oh, great.
So a customer can come in, instead of going to McDonald's or somewhere else,
or
come
Popeyes.
to us. Yes, we have some fresh pressure fried chicken. You could get a 2-piece dinner with 2 sides, and then it's not expensive. You could have, like, for the family, you could have an 8-piece box. You take it with 2 sides, you take it home and then serve it. So we're trying to make it easy for people, to serve the children while they're at home or going back to school. You don't have time to cook.
Yep.
Come to Delaware, and then we have a whole host of ready to eat, such as
the fish
chicken
dips.
Parmesan.
Oh,
we got chicken Parmesan for 2.
I didn't know that. Okay.
We have that this week. We have it on sale. We have chicken Parmesan for 2. We have it with pasta. So we have some stuff for you. So come in and see us at the store, and then you're gonna be leaving a very happy customer.
That's great. I mean, chicken and seafood are in the name, but you've got also all the sausages and the meats,
yes.
the pork, the beef, all the stuff that we've been talking about the last few
Burgers,
months.
pre-made.
That's the
on
guy I was
burgers,
talking
yeah.
about. He just picked up his fish.
He's got his fish. There you go. He's got the steamed whole fish.
Look how happy this guy is at the checkout counter.
Yes,
too. Yeah.
yes.
One of the seafood items that you guys have here that I don't see a lot, the Ipswich steamers, like the raw, the belly clams, they call them, where it kind of like sticks out with the little the little tip. And when you steam them, they come open, and then you got to kind of swish them around in the water and then dunk them in the drawn butter. It's one of the summertime delicacies from, I guess, the Northeast Massachusetts, Ipswich, Massachusetts. But I came in here birthday weekend, and I came in and I picked up some Key West pink shrimp, and I saw those steamers, and I said, I just got to get a couple of pounds of those. And that was the appetizer that Michelle prepared for my birthday. And it was so sweet and so good. And that's one of the things here where you find products that you just don't see any other place.
We especially I saw we tried, to bring this stuff. They high hand, but people like even the yacht provisioning. So they come in and then they get certain thing they can't get anywhere else, and then they come to us, and at a very competitive price.
Yep.
So they come in and get it from us.
Now you mentioned, look, there's an old saying, and I used to see it at some seafood stores up in in Brooklyn, is good fish ain't cheap, and cheap fish ain't good. But it's all about value. And as I learned this week, like I had a $16 hot dog at a restaurant that should be remaining nameless. That was not good value. It was a basic Nathan's hot dog that you could buy in a package at a supermarket for like $4 for a whole pack of 5, and they sold one for $16. That's not good value. But when you come in and you get some of this, Turks Caicos conch, a product that is like best in the world quality, and you don't see it everywhere, and you get that for $19.99 a pound, and you fry it up, or you could
That's what you call value.
That's value.
Yes.
It's like, okay, I don't mind paying for something that is quality and rarity, and something that when you eat it, you just feel good inside. So it's all about the value, and Delaware is the home of it. Look at me.
I like when he starts preaching. I mean, all of a sudden he's Joel Osteen over a piece of fish. It's amazing. You got to find your inner good.
About my food depot so soon.
You knocked him off his game again with this stuff. It's overwhelmingly good.
He's an expert in the food. So if he's talking about food, he should sound like Joel Osteen.
No, I mean, but what offends me is when you go some places and you just see this, run-of-the-mill product that they just pawn off on people who don't know any better. And one of the reasons why I wanted to have a partnership with you guys, I love extolling the virtues of places that do things right, and Delaware does things right.
Yeah, we do.
He's an ombudsman for good. That's what he's all about. No, but the truth is, I mean, this tuna is sensational.
Thank you.
These tuna steaks are great. And if you're talking about value, I mean, I'm looking around at the prices. You can always judge the satisfied look on people's faces as they're at the cashier.
Yes.
You don't see the usual outrage that you would see if you were on a normal journey with Mayo and he was leading you to some, overpriced ballpark hot dog.
Yes.
And you can tell everybody's happy when they leave here. So
no, and the other thing is you don't see the faces here.
Yeah.
But when they're back home over the dinner table, or
they're happier
over the Thanksgiving table, because the Thanksgiving turkeys from Delaware has been part of my family tradition for going on almost 25 years. And yeah, that's something that it's a little bit, you're going to have to pay a little bit more than the frozen butterball in the frozen aisles of some of the supermarkets. But
which
those
is
fresh-killed
injected
turkeys
with sodium like you've never seen.
Right. Those things are treated, and they pump them up with all kinds of additives and saline solutions and all this and that.
You think you're eating healthy and you're killing yourself. That's the thing.
The turkeys that you get here, I know it's a little early, but it's never too early to order your Thanksgiving turkey here, because I know it's like a year-round. I know I was talking I think it was Jose the other day that he was already talking to farms about how many they were going to need.
Yeah, we have to pre-order them ahead of time.
They have to, make sure they have enough in stock.
I can give you a plate.
It really does make a difference. Defo this year, it'll be my honor to buy you
I'm gonna have
one,
to try
and
it,
then
yeah.
you can sell me the money later. But I want to buy you one of the
You
turkeys
couldn't
right
take
here.
it out of a corporate account or
Well, I
something.
guess we
Yeah, that'd
can
be
do
great.
that. It's worth the. I mean, and
There's
it's,
nothing like it. I would imagine nothing
Yeah,
like a real
we are
fresh
we are
wild
known
turkey. Yeah.
we are known for having the best turkeys around. People, one time I got a call from somebody that live here, and then he moved to California, and then he wants to ship a turkey from us to California, and I told him it's gonna cost you about 100 and change
Wow.
to ship it over there. He said, I don't care. My family doesn't eat any other turkey than Delaware.
wow, that's a
turkey.
tradition, huh?
So
So much for Ralph's.
yes, we had to do it. We had to do it for him. So
Yeah.
That's nice.
Yes.
Yeah, I'm getting ahead of myself because that's all the way in the fall. But you know what? It's already July, and soon it will be the holiday season before we know it. It's never too early.
Let's not get too far ahead of ourselves.
now we
Michael.
Well,
focus-
no, at your age, you got to take it one day at a time.
I'm happy to wake up every day. It's amazing.
But you will live longer and obviously feel healthier when you eat the seafood and fish. Right
This would be
here.
the place to get all your ingredients. You know, once again, it was like we were talking about yesterday, Casa Calabria. Bill Parcells, if I'm going to cook the meal, let me buy the ingredients. And you can't do better than to get, the great fresh ingredients you have here at Delaware Seafood Market,
It's all
Chicken
good.
Farm and Seafood Market.
All good. All right,
Yeah.
Gene, we're going to let you go
Thank
back
you, man.
to
Yeah,
work.
yeah. He's got
you.
stuff in the oven. What are you talking
Yeah,
about?
he's got
I
people
do.
ordering
And
up
like,
hot
you know,
dogs.
I got a turkey breast in the oven. The customer just called and ordered a turkey
That's
breast.
nice. All right. Well,
It's
all
cooking
right.
right now.
we hope to get all of the Let's Eat South Florida and Lunchbox viewers into Delaware. Again, if you've never been here, it's one of those places. It's worth a drive. I mean, centrally located. Again, right in kind of the center of town here on
Hollywood.
441 and Sterling. So you can get here from 595 and 95 pretty easily. Totally worth it. Come in and you will be amazed at the I guess just the diversity and the range of different high quality products that you get here at Delaware. Gene,
Fabulous.
thank you
Thank you,
so
Gene.
much, my man. Oh, you know what we got to talk about? One last thing before I let you go. And I know this is really Jose's department because he's the seafood guy.
Uh-huh.
But I do believe we're coming up on the Florida lobster season soon,
Mhm.
correct? That's
Yeah. I believe the mini season is in August.
mini season is usually like July 31st,
At the end of
August
July.
1st.
Yeah.
And it's where all the divers, all the amateurs go flapping around in the Keys, and sometimes there's little mishaps. But what people don't realize is after that craziness is over, then it becomes the commercial season.
Yes.
And I believe it starts August 6th.
August 6th.
Yeah.
Yes.
And that
August
means
6th.
what? When they come in here, they'll see.
They'll see the whole Florida lobster tail. I mean the whole Florida lobster, and then most of the time the fishermen they bring them in. They're still alive.
Oh, wow.
Oh, yeah,
They're
nice.
still alive. They
Yeah.
they dump it and they're still moving. So they can call and then have us get one or as many as they want. We could steam in for them, or they could buy them fresh. They could buy the tail.
And this is a point of
yeah.
debate because, the Florida and Bahama lobsters are just all tail. And some people say, oh, the warmer waters, they're not as sweet. But I think that's not true. You get a really sweet one.
It depends on where you're from. If you're from the Northeast or New England, you think Maine lobsters are better. But to me, I like Florida lobster. They have more flavor.
You think? You throw them on the grill with some like garlic butter
All you have
or
to
the
do is just
lime
garlic
butter.
butter.
Yeah.
Yes.
Just
and then
baste them.
some fresh lemon and serve them with some baked potatoes.
Mm.
You're ready to go.
I think, maybe you have a lobster with a little bit of angel hair of the pasta
Pasta.
on the
Oh.
side. I love a little bit of that. But you know what? For those who maybe don't prefer the Florida lobster, you also have the Maine lobsters back
We
there,
do.
right?
We do have the Maine lobsters. The only thing you have to call us, let us know ahead of time so we could bring them in for you, because we used to keep them in a tank.
Mhm.
But since after COVID, they're not moving as fast as they used to.
Oh, you mean
Well,
you're not selling as
They're not
fast?
selling as
Really?
many. Yes.
Okay.
But we still get them. If you let us know in the morning, we could get them here
By the afternoon?
by the afternoon.
That's
for you.
really good to know because I
Yes.
used to just come in and say, hey, let me
Mhm.
get 2-pounders, and they'd be back in the tank.
Yeah.
So it's good to know that you got to give a little bit of the
We
advance
do
warning.
have a tank back there, but sometimes you put them in a tank and then they just swim until they die.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Yeah.
Because but the fresh Maine lobsters are one of those things that I love. It also screams summertime, along with the Florida lobster in August. You know what? Maybe one day, maybe next month, we'll do a lobster taste test. We'll do the
I thought you were going to hold a
Florida
barbecue
lobster.
Yes.
at the Mayo house.
Well, we could do that.
Yeah,
too.
Because the Florida lobster would be in season, so
We could maybe
we
do
could do some lobster.
We'll
Definitely.
do the taste test for the
Yes.
Florida lobster tail versus the Maine steamed
Maine.
lobster. And yeah, that sounds like right up my alley there. Defo.
Put a barbecue and we'll do the taste test. That would be perfect.
That's all good.
I think you can identify the difference. So I
I
believe
can
you
identify.
yeah.
I like them both. I like them all. It's like pizza.
Grilled Florida lobster is excellent. There's no doubt about it.
Oh yeah, yeah. And it's just different style.
There's nothing not to like about lobsters.
Yeah, when it's the big plump tails that
Yeah,
you
a
get.
bunch of
down
them,
here.
here
That's
today,
it.
and absolutely, look delicious.
Yeah, I can
Big,
see
meaty
a little
bites.
bit of drool coming down. You're looking
I
over
wouldn't
at
mind.
the case.
Yeah, no, I'm always intrigued by everything they have here. It's fantastic.
All right, we're gonna take a little break, and we're gonna thank Gene once again for the
Gino, you did it again.
hospitality and the beautiful
you.
food, all well prepared as usual here at Delaware. Come on out, do your weekend shopping, and you'll be hooked for life on their seafood once you start tasting the difference of quality and freshness.
Thank you,
Excellent.
guys.
Yeah, always a
For
pleasure.
having me. Thank you.
Gino, good job, my friend.
Thank
good
you.
job.
Thank
you fed
you.
us again.
Thanks.
Overwhelming amount of food. Fantastic. So we have stuff to work off the rest of the show. And I don't know. I mean, are you planning anytime soon the little happy hour at Tropical Acres, Michael?
Oh
Kidman?
yeah, we're gonna. That's right down the road here. You could do the daily double. That kind of come in, get a little shopping done, put in an ice chest, or run home, and then right on Griffin Road there is our friends at Tropical Acres Steakhouse. That's at 2500 Griffin Road. Coming up to the weekend and talk about lobsters. They also have their Maine steamed
Maine
lobster
lobster special.
specials
Ooh.
for $39. That's two of them, a pound to a pound and a quarter, along with a side dish and a salad. You can't beat that kind of value either. And the Studiali family, it's just like Doug Carter, old school, take care of people, good quality, hospitality. That's what you get at Tropical Acres. And of course, there's so many things to love about the place, from the old school vibe, the bar up front where happy hour takes place with half price drinks. I can't even say it because it gets me so excited. Every night from 4:30 to 6:30 in the bar, along with some of their lower price light bites for $6. They have things like escargot and a caprese salad with the fresh mozzarella and tomatoes, all kinds of goodies there. Of course, early bird specials in the main dining room from 4:30 to 5:30, and they have half price bottles of wine Monday and Tuesday. Half price off most of their great wines on the wine list. And the loyalty reward card, I have about 6 of them scattered about in my car and my dresser. But if you go in and actually get it, put them all together, they'll put them all together for you. If you have 5 of them, Nick behind the bar will put them all on one card, and then after every 12 entrees that you purchase, you get the 13th one on the house. What kind of place does that? A one that wants to make their customers happy. Just like Delaware, Tropical Acres. Go in there, tell them the Lunchbox sent you. They're closed on Sundays, but open Monday through Saturday.
All right, we're coming back with more here from Delaware Chicken Farm and Seafood Market. Our thanks to Gene for, again, just an outrageously delicious sampling of the seafood here. And we'll continue the Lunchbox, Mike Mayo's Lunchbox. Watch for Mike Mayo, the movie, in a moment.
The mukbang. Mayo here for Delaware Chicken Farm and Seafood Market. Since 1951, family owned for over 70 years, the home of freshness. I've been a customer for over 3 decades, and it's the place to go for poultry, steaks, meats, and of course, their unbelievable selection of fish and seafood. They've got it all. Key West pink shrimp, grouper, snapper, lobster, and of course, Florida stone crab claws of all sizes. Don't forget their famous fish dip and a full selection of prepared foods. It's located at 4191 North State Road 7 in Hollywood, just across from the Seminole Classic Casino. Owner Doug Carter and crew will take great care of you. Make sure to check out their weekly specials and daily catch online at DelawareChicken.com. Quality, value, freshness, that's the Delaware way. Tell them Mike Mayo and the Lunchbox sent you. Do you like pizza? Who doesn't like pizza? Well, my spot for pizza is the Pizza Spot. It's in that little bit hard to find Riverside Park neighborhood of Fort Lauderdale, but it's totally easy to love It's at 601 Southwest 12th Avenue, New Haven style. A pizza from Wade and Reese. It's a lovely outdoor spot. You could also pick up pies to go at 754-779-7788. 754-779-7788. Again, they're open every day but Monday for lunch and dinner. Some of the best pizza I've ever had. Go to Pizza Spot. They also have subs, salads, and more. Tell them the Gambling Gourmet sent you. If you like seafood in a comfortable setting, outdoors, even keel fish shack at the corner of A1A and Commercial Boulevard in Lauderdale by the Sea, that's my spot. It's upscale food in a down-home setting. The chef owners, Dave and Brad, do a terrific job with all the seafood classics that you want. They have the best grilled oysters in town, bang bang shrimp, lobster rolls, and deli fish specials. They also have weekend brunch Saturday and Sunday. They have deli happy hour 4 to 7, and they also have other weekly specials like mussels on Monday and oysters on Tuesday. Go to Even Keel Fish Shack and tell them that the Lunchbox sent you. Want great Italian food in a beautiful beachfront setting? Have I got the place for you? Casa Calabria at the Ocean Manor Resort, 4040 Galt Ocean Drive in Fort Lauderdale. Highly rated across all the restaurant review platforms and totally Mike Mayo's Lunchbox approved. Delicious, authentic Southern Italian food in a cozy dining room overlooking the Atlantic. Live music in the lounge, full bar, and a great wine list. Owner Frank Talrico takes great pride in his family recipes from his native Calabria. Fresh fish and seafood, veal, house-made pastas, and marinara sauces smooth as silk. You gotta try the imported meats and cheeses on the antipasta platters, and don't miss that ricotta gnocchi, fluffy little pillows straight from heaven. Casa Calabria, open for dinner Tuesday through Sunday, closed on Mondays. Tell them the Lunchbox sent you. This August, Visit Lauderdale invites everyone under the sun to indulge in the annual Dine Out Lauderdale promotion. This year's options will be more diverse than ever, with fine dining restaurants, casual eateries, and even your favorite cafes and ice cream parlors part of the mix. From August 1st through 31st, scores of restaurants will be offering multi-course meals at discounted prices starting at just $45 per person. Diners can also enjoy sweets and treats, brunches, happy hour specials, and exclusive culinary experiences. This year's lineup includes 3030 Ocean, Foxy Brown, and Lasso Gaucho in Fort Lauderdale, Even Keel Fish Shack and Aruba Beach Cafe in Lauderdale by the Sea, Cafe Max in Pompano, The Cook and the Cork in Coral Springs, Union Kitchen and Bar in Wilton Manors, and more. Restaurants are being added by the day. For the full Dine Out Lauderdale lineup and all the details, go to dineoutlauderdale.com. We're back on the Lunchbox. We're doing our monthly visit to Delaware Chicken Farm and Seafood Market in Hollywood. Again, 4191 North State Road 7, right across from the Seminole Classic Casino. You can't miss it. There's a big chicken on the roof. We're here with seafood manager Jose Sanchez. It's always a pleasure to be back. And we had Gene, the grilling machine, on, and he did a great job.
I like that one.
Yeah.
I like that one.
He was great.
He did a great job preparing another feast that is a knockout. But just want to get a couple of details because the tuna, is that from local waters? Is it like Costa Rica? Or?
It could be coastal waters, North Carolina and the South Carolina areas. Most of the times it comes out of Costa Rica or Ecuador, depending what the season is right now.
But these are big, gorgeous, beautiful tuna steaks,
Yes,
and
they're
that's something.
fluffy.
Yeah. And I don't know about you, but in summertime, I love eating lighter, and I can't really say healthier, and not that.
No,
yeah.
we had
I
a
said
meal.
that with a straight
Honestly, I was
face.
saying we had a meal yesterday at Casa Calabria for lunch. That would have been enough to make you go on a 24-hour fast. After. And then he went out to NYY Steak.
Yeah, that
After
was
that, and
again.
had like a giant
This
meal.
is business. This is the business I've chosen, and for the show, obviously, I'm going to eat when I'm presented with a beautiful thing. And I had a little business meeting last night, so it was at NYY Steak. I ate way too much again, but I'm saying when it's my conscious choice and I'm on my own personal downtime, I love coming in and getting some of the seafood, the light.
Something
classics.
light, something in the grill. It's the summertime, so a little bit of salad and some grilled fish.
Look at me, I'm light on my feet. I'm like a cheetah.
Nothing wrong with that.
You must have come into some money or something. You're absolutely nuts today.
We don't
You really are.
We need to find out that part of the deal.
Yeah. Well, maybe I hit the Powerball. I didn't even Did somebody hit it? I don't
I
even
was
know.
hit in California.
Okay, well, I took a cross country
Some
flight.
small
Purchased
convenience
it.
store somewhere.
Is it just
in,
one winner?
One winner took down $1 billion.
Oh my
which
goodness!
is lump sum 500 and change.
It's not
in
fair.
terms
It's
of
probably
millions.
like Gates or Geffen. All these like West Coast people. The rich get richer.
No, it's usually some migrant farmer, that
that'd
ends
be
up hitting
good.
the thing, which would be great. Yeah.
That'd be good. Spread the wealth. We need that.
Yeah.
Anyway, again, thank you so much. We were talking with Gene a little bit about the Florida lobster season that officially begins August 6th.
August 6th.
Yeah.
That will be the opening day, which we
For
should
the commercial. Yeah,
we should
commercial
have
fishing.
our
Yeah.
commercial guys coming in the same day, weather permitted. So the bottom line is weather permitted. When you're dealing with the commercial guys, it's
Seems like they're hacking some wings
yeah.
here. The wings are on special. It's always a lively
the wings.
scene.
Yeah,
It's good.
Don't mess with that gentleman, by the way. His swings are meat
I'm not
cleaver.
going within 10 feet of him, especially.
Leatherface. I don't think
we
is strong
try
a cleaver
to
like that.
provide we try to provide everything get done for the customers, so when
Yeah.
they get home, they don't have to be dealing with the
No,
problem.
that's good. And again, this will keep the Let's Eat South Florida members in line. If anybody ever
Yeah.
dares to say a discouraging word about this wonderful place,
Mr. Tony.
Mr.
Yeah.
Tony will be there to meet you. No, of course, everybody is getting their job done here. I've lost my mind, Defo. I was going to say something. Oh, the lobster season begins August 6th. Obviously, there's always an annual frenzy when stone crab season begins October 15th. People circle it on their calendars. They line up. The demand is unbelievable. What's it like for lobster season? Is it just kind of a
Lobster season is more relaxed. We got the mini season, which is the last week of July, and a lot of people get confused with those between the mini season for 2 days for the recreational guys and the commercial season. People get like it's like a little trick, and people's like, oh no, but they opened last month. No, it's the first day is August 6th, but
right?
I think it has something to do with
The
with
mini
that
season
conference.
is a frenzy because everybody and their brother wants to go get their own lobsters, and instead you end up like, I don't know. I get the
Me too.
bends. I'm afraid of going down. I'm not very
I
good
can't
in the
imagine
water.
Mayo scuba diving.
That would not be a good look for me. The
Lloyd
wetsuit
Bridges,
alone.
yeah,
we
not
just
exactly.
take them in the boat for the
Yeah.
food.
I have friends though that love it. And I'm going to say that for the recreational guy though, even when the commercial season opens, it's still
It's still
open because I have
It's-
friends. We live across the street from the beach, and they used to just go right off the beach, come back with their limit of
Minimum,
lobsters,
yeah.
and usually grilling them up that night.
Yeah,
It was always
you get
great.
6 per person
Yeah.
and 24 per boat, and the recreational side. That's enough for a meal. I mean,
Yeah,
it's
for sure.
definitely,
Yeah.
definitely. If we don't got Mike there, we okay.
Yeah, and if it's,
I much prefer finding them in a case here
Yep.
at Delaware Chicken
that's
Farm.
more my speed.
Yes.
It's like, let me sit at a poker table for a little while. I don't have to go out in a boat. I don't get seasick. I don't have to get the bends. I don't have to put on flippers or a mask.
You would look funny though with flippers and a mask walking on the beach.
You know what? Let's do it one
I think
time.
we have
just
to do
for
it.
the
Yeah.
visuals.
We'll get you a little loop and the net and the whole thing. Tickle
I
stick.
tell you, you ever see like a really big sausage stuffed into a casing? That would be me in
Yeah.
a wetsuit going down below the surface. Like I said, I'd rather just kind of chill out,
This is the place
come
to
in
come.
here,
Yes.
get my lobster
Get your
tail,
fresh
let
lobster
it-
tails,
and
and go
throw it
home.
on the grill. Like Gene said, a little bit of that lime lobster butter with lime butter with garlic. It's all good.
Lobster doesn't take much. It has a flavor, so
Yeah.
you really don't want to overpower the
No,
the
no.
flavor of lobster or the fish. You do blacking but you don't need really nothing to overpower the
No, and
lobsters. It has a natural flavor.
I was saying most of the stuff here, especially like the clams, the oysters, the Ipswich steamers, just simplicity. You just steam them, you dunk them in a little butter, you get that natural essence of the sea. It's beautiful. Anything else that you want to share with the audience? I know Gene was talking about there's some specials every week, and that the conch is on special this week for
The conch with
$19.99.
it came down for $19.99. It is true Keiko's conch,
Right.
which
It's
is
delicious, too. I've
Is a big deal. I mean, it's the real stuff. is with the
Real
sushi
deal
bars
conch. Look at
used around.
Look at you. Wow.
Oh, I just went in for
Yep.
a big piece. I'm gonna.
The sushi bars usually order the Turks and Caicos conch for
Mhm.
their menu.
Mhm.
So that right there is the true story. Is the
Cuts like a steak. It's beautiful. It's like a nice, healthy meal.
No,
And-
real tender and fresh as a daisy.
Oh, wow. That's great.
Yeah.
That's good.
It's,
There we
it's
go.
always a steak. It's always a steak. But no, definitely we got the special going on in the conch for
Good.
now for the summertime with lobster season comes around. Um, Key West pink shrimp is always a good way to go.
It's sweet, delicious. Anything you want. Come on in here. Check it out. Jose, always good to see you.
Yeah. Great.
Thank you guys. I really appreciate it, and I thank you for all the good time.
We'll do it again next month. And,
We'll be here.
It will be lobster season then. So I was kind of hinting to Gene that maybe we got to do the Florida versus Maine lobster taste test. We'll throw some things on.
He's
the
already
grill.
angling for, I
I
mean, why doesn't he just ask the warden for his last meal?
Or we,
while
can
he's
go-
at it?
we
Yeah.
can do the roasted chicken again
Yeah.
because that's really good too.
That was
So,
great. Yeah.
But the lobsters that, and I always say that Maine lobsters and Florida lobsters. If you've been raised in Maine, you always like Maine. If
Right.
you've been in Florida guy, you always a Florida guy. It's a totally two
People-
different flavors, and they're both amazing.
Two
people have-
different styles of meal. I mean,
they're both
you know,
amazing.
it's kind of like swordfish and tuna. I mean, they're both great.
It's the New York style pizza versus the Chicago deep dish. They're both pizza, different styles. I appreciate all of them.
Oh,
So I'm looking forward to eating all the lobsters in the sea and whatever is in
Yeah.
the display case here at Delaware.
The blindfold taste test, though, with Mike Mayo next time would be
It's
very,
all
very
good.
we
interesting.
will be
Yes.
that nice.
all good.
That would be nice.
Yeah.
Hey,
I like that idea.
That's it. Let's take a break and we'll come back and wrap up this edition of the Lunchbox from Delaware Chicken Farm and Seafood Market in Hollywood. It's Mayo for Gilbert's 17th Street Grill. You know me, I love family-run places with quality food at fair prices served with passion and pride. And that's why I love Gilbert's. For more than a decade, Lenore, Beth, and Richie Gilbert have been serving up the best burgers, wings, ribs, salads, and desserts. It's a fast casual spot. Everything prepared fresh to order from an immaculate open kitchen. They're at 1821 Cordova Road in Fort Lauderdale in the Cordova Shops just south of 17th Street. Open every day but Sunday. One of my favorite burgers in South Florida. Big, round, juicy pucks of 100% Angus beef, char grilled to perfection. And don't miss the sweet potato fries on the side. They're legendary. Go to Gilbert's, feast, and be happy. Tell them the Lunchbox sent you. When I'm looking for some wicked good food for a wicked good lunch, there's only one place to go. That's Wicked Cheesesteaks in Fort Lauderdale. It's at 4824 North Federal Highway, just south of Commercial Boulevard and across from Holy Cross Hospital. My friend Brian there, he will hook you up with some really tasty treats. They've got cheesesteaks, just like the best you can find in Philly, along with lobster rolls, because that's where he's from, Maine originally. And they have wings and pizza and everything you want to have a really good time. Wicked Cheesesteaks, they're open every day but Tuesday. Go in there on a Wednesday. They got buy one, get one on cheesesteaks from 5 to 8 p.m. Check them out online, wickedcheesesteaks.com. Tell them the Lunchbox sent you. If you're looking for a great place for steaks, seafood, and more, go to Tropical Acres Steakhouse and Butcher Shop. It's at 2500 Griffin Road in Dania, just west of I-95 and the airport. They've been there a long time, since 1949. That means they're doing something right. You'll get old school hospitality from the Studiali family, along with great value, for tremendous service. Of course, you could also go into the bar for happy hour every day, 4 to 6. The early bird special runs from 4:30 to 5:30, and they have great value all night long. Also, a butcher shop that's open every day from 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. except Sunday. The dining room is open every day at 4:30 except Sunday. Go to Tropical Acres. Tell them the Lunchbox sent you. Beach Cafe. It's a South Florida landmark, and it's one happy restaurant right on the water. Tables literally on the beach. A place where you could dip your toes in the sand, kick back, relax with island vibes, tropical drinks, and live music daily. You know it. It's at One Commercial Boulevard in Lauderdale by the Sea. And of course, it has Chef Chris Nealon and his famed Caribbean Floridian cuisine. The huge menu with something for everyone. Seafood, raw bar, conch fritters, burgers, sandwiches, salads, daily specials, and of course, that famous Bimini bread. They've got a great staff that'll take great care of you. There's something to celebrate every day. Open 7 days until late. Parking available on site. Happy hour weekdays 4 to 7 p.m. Go check out more at arubabeachcafe.com. Better yet, go in there yourself at Aruba Beach Cafe. Good food, drinks, friends, and laughter are always the catch of the day. When people come to me and say, Mike, where should I go out to eat? I got guests coming from out of town. Where should we go? Cafe Seville. That's the answer. 2768 East Oakland Park Boulevard. It's a Fort Lauderdale perennial, serving the finest in Spanish and continental cuisine in a cozy, friendly, comfortable setting. Joey Esposito and Sally, his better half, they've been running the place for a long time. It's been open since the 1980s. They got great Spanish classics like paella, shrimp with garlic sauce, and all kinds of great seafood dishes. The stuffed veal chop, oh, that's my favorite. Go to Cafe Seville. It's open every day but Sunday at 5 p.m. for dinner. Tell them that the Lunchbox Mayo and Defo sent you. Do you like burgers? Do you like wings? Do you like late night food and sports on big screen TVs and cold beer and friendly vibe and great people? Then you want to check out Shenanigans, 1300 South Federal Highway in Dania Beach. Go to Shenanigans, you get yourself all the good stuff, the fresh fish every day, the black and grilled wings, and of course the kitchens are open late. Go there, tell them that the Lunchbox Mayo and Defo sent you. Oh, we're back here at Delaware Chicken Farm and Seafood Market, and as usual, Defo,
Still scarfing food. It's amazing.
this display of food, it attracts the curiosity seekers. They're like, "What's going on? Can I get a shrimp? Can I get some?" And the answer is no, you can't. Well, you can if you like go to the display.
We've been doing this a long time, where there was food offerings on various radio remotes, and it's not uncommon for the people not to even ask,
to just come over,
just to come over and start ravaging and savaging your plate.
Right. And without Lubie here with his fly swatter, I guess it gets a little bit dicey.
Once Lubie, the security.
Now, Lubie can sit down and
lax.
talk with us.
Yes.
And I think he's still working security.
Lubie's passing out samples now. Look at
good.
this guy.
Yeah, give a little sample. You know what? What an ambassador. He is a Lunchbox ambassador. We love Lubie.
He's not usually this much of a gentleman. Yeah.
He's keeping the customers happy. We love seeing happy faces here at Delaware. What do you got on tap? Anything for the weekend? Because I want to talk a little bit about first of all, my Saturday.
Yeah, what's going on?
I'm going to Tampa. I'm going to go ride roller coasters.
Tampa?
Yeah, I'm going to go visit a friend.
Are you going to go to Burns Steakhouse?
My daughter's friend who just
Is that a must?
Well, we're not actually going to have time for
Okay,
Burns.
how can you do Burns? Because Shirley gives me crap about us not going. The one time I tried to book weeks in advance, and they were not only filled, but like they were going to have me do the half-assed version.
No, you don't want to ever do
You're
that.
upstairs,
I haven't even
and
tried.
dessert thing.
I haven't
sort of give it to you.
I haven't been there in, I guess, about 20 years. I loved it. It's still a classic. It's like Joe's Stone Crab. I would imagine if you just show up there without going through all the booking chazarai and like the good old days, you just kind of go off to the side with the maitre d' and say, hey, I drove all the way from Fort Lauderdale, and maybe give them a little handshake with a little grease in it. Maybe you get yourself in there if it's just a party.
Because I know
of
it's
two.
a whole thing, and I don't want.
It's become a thing.
I'm saying they do like an experience where.
Yeah.
You sit down, and at the end they bring out a dessert thing.
Well, no.
You
don't bring you dessert. It's a separate room. It's the way they keep the tables turning there. It's kind of brilliant. Is they have this whole separate dessert parlor and room. So when you're done with your steak dinner, you get up, they transfer the bill, you go to the next room, you look at your dessert menu, they push all the nice, alcohol infused coffee drinks and the.
How big of a place is it? I've never been there.
Oh, it's a barn. It's kind of like a Joe Stone Crab. I'm saying it's got probably at least 400 seats in there. It's a very efficient operation. However, when I go to Tampa this weekend, that Burns is not on the agenda. We're going to see my daughter's friend who's just recently enrolled in college at USF, and near USFF. Why am I saying USFF? USF.
That's it.
It's in Tampa. It's like
One
hardcore
F.
Tampa.
One F.
For some people, it's F in Florida. But
Right. Some people get Fs at USF. That's maybe why I'm thinking.
I would have strived. I would have been happy with an F. I mean, at least it would have signified the completion of the course.
0 points.
INC was my favorite grade, and it was the most frequently seen on any kind of ledger that I had about what I was doing
You're
in
doing
college.
Busch Gardens.
So we have an active weekend right after the Gulfstream show tomorrow. Me and my
That's when
daughter.
you're taking off for Tampa.
We're going up to Tampa. We're going to meet our friend's family for dinner at a place to be determined, probably near the campus there. And then on Saturday, all of us are going to go to Busch Gardens, which I don't know if you guys have ever been. I love the place.
I hate roller coasters, so I don't enjoy that place at all.
I love, first of all, I hate Disney World. I have never been
Disney
to
is
Universal,
horrendous.
but
Universal,
Busch Gardens I've been to numerous times with my daughter. We love roller
Do
coasters.
they still do all the beer you can drink?
They don't have the beer gardens with the ever flowing taps anymore, but they do have lots of different beer pavilions where you could get all kinds of different beers.
I got completely wasted at the one in California the first time I
That
went.
does not shock me. But they have all these really cool roller coasters. The problem is I haven't been there since I became a food critic and put on all this weight. So my daughter is a little concerned. She's like, Dad,
do you have to weigh yourself before you go on a roller coaster?
Look,
You're not that
there's
big.
400 people.
That would really be embarrassing.
400-pound people that go on these things.
Yeah,
She's
but if
just
they turn you
concerned.
away, I mean, you got to feel like a fool.
She's worried, Dad, is your heart healthy enough to go ride roller coasters? Are you going to just
Questionable. Yeah.
You'll try
I didn't
it.
realize
We'll
you were
see.
a daredevil. That would have been the last thing I would have anticipated.
I used to hate roller coasters, but it was my ex-wife, Michelle, grew up on roller coasters.
Oh, she's in
at
Ohio. They have the crazy
Cedar Point is
like
one
the
of the
craziest one in the world. Yeah.
great amusement parks with unbelievably tall and fast, different kind of roller
What about
coasters.
Coney Island? You ever go to Cyclone?
Yes, I went on the Cyclone,
And
and I was always used to be afraid, but I started doing it. And then when I went to Cedar Point, I was like, oh my God, there's things that are like 400 feet tall. It looks like you're going up, the Empire State Building and then dropping down.
that's
Brian
too much.
Playland had a
I got
classic
into it.
one.
I was one of those that I was white knuckle
Yep.
cursing every foot of the slow climb up. But then when you have that thrill going down, and then we finish, and I'm cursing my head off. I mean, as we're going, I'm just saying, just
Presenting a
screaming.
fine example for your daughter.
And then it's like, I hate you. How could you make me effing do this? And blah blah blah. And then when we get done, it's like, oh yeah, let's do it again. So I've turned into a roller coaster fiend. I haven't been there in a while. It's gonna be a fun day. And then boom, Saturday night, heading right in the car back because
we have our brunch
Sunday
extravaganza.
we're gonna be doing the second. We're trying to make it a quarterly thing. The Lunchbox Brunch Bash at Gulfstream. We're going to kick off at about noon, and we invite everybody out there.
Yeah, just email you.
Again, email me, MikeMayoEats@gmail.com. If you want to join us at a discounted rate of $40 per person, plus tax and tip.
You get a mimosa
and
too,
tip on the usual $50. So you got to leave them $10. All right, but it's an all-day affair. Not rushed. You get a seat overlooking the track, air conditioned, dry. You can simulcasting from around the country.
It's a great day.
Saratoga. I think Del Mar's opening too, or
Is Del Mar opening up
that
already?
might be next week.
Seems
I'm
a little.
not
Well,
sure.
maybe so. Yeah, it's end of July.
But
But
they
of
have
course,
all kind of food items, so you can start light with the baked goods. They have breakfast items. They have a nice talking about charcuterie.
I love
and,
the omelet guy there.
Then they have the
omelet
omelet,
station is good.
and then they have lunch/dinner kinds of food, so you can
Yeah,
really
they
get
have
a bunch
pasta,
of meals.
They
in.
have fish dishes. They have all kinds.
And they don't kick you out. They really, you're there.
Yeah,
as long as you want.
as long as the live racing is going, which is till about 5 o'clock. You can sit there all day, and they got the great dessert platters and the pastries and
Our
all that
service
kind
is
of
fantastic.
stuff. Great service. So again, we have 4 of our contest winners that are coming out with their groups.
Nice.
I'll be there with my friend.
Oh yeah, Defo, I
Valerie.
don't think caught that yet. He's
Okay.
bringing Valerie.
And then I think Lubie is going to be there with
Defo may not be
Shirley.
able to make it, but I'll be
Well,
there.
then he won't be making 7 trips to the buffet like he did last time.
Defo has a conflict, so he won't be able to
I'm
attend.
not sure. I mean, that's not official yet.
Okay.
I feel
So Defo, this is the suspense part, which we like. We want to keep people in suspense. Will it
I
be
want to go.
all
I mean,
3 of us? That's okay. We're gonna
this social
whatever
engagement popped up
whatever
out of
you
nowhere.
do, it's all good.
Yeah, well,
but Lubie
I'll
and Shirley will be there.
I will be there. Yes.
Me and a friend will be there. I actually might have also my college buddy might be coming over from Naples. He's
Nice.
in town visiting his
Oh,
mom
that's a good
along
welcome.
with his wife. So it might be a whole crew.
Nice experience.
And we're making it a party. So besides
Yes.
the contest winners and us and our friends, we invite you. All you got to do is email me, MikeMayoEats@gmail.com. Tell me the number of guests in your party, and you'll just get the reduced tab when you're there. And it's going to be $40 per person plus tax and tip. It includes 1 mimosa.
Yep.
And if you drink more after that, that's on you. But Joe Beja is doing a great job over there. And I just got to get him a final list and final number by the showtime tomorrow. So
Yeah,
please send in
by
if you have
showtime
any
tomorrow,
interest.
all right.
just send it to me by 11 a.m. tomorrow, and I'll get them a final count. I already got some nice response this morning. A family of 4 is coming, including a toddler.
They get a lot of
3-year-old.
families there. When we're there Fridays, I notice a lot of families come out,
It's
which is
kid
really
friendly. Again, just
Never too young to take
I
a
was
kid
gonna
to the
wait
track.
for Devo to say
just
that.
pick a number between 1 and 8, Joey.
Devo had Liam
Odds
there
or
at
evens?
like 1.
You like the gray horse? Yeah, sure. Okay.
I can't believe we snatched his $2 voucher too, and I used it before he had a chance to make his
Oh
own bet.
man, that's gonna be
Are you
fun.
going to do the handicapping seminar, the Mike Mayo
Yes,
handicapping
Yeah,
seminar?
and I'll give my little opening spiel. I'll give out a tip for the day.
It's like a Tom Boo seminar.
I love
And
it.
tomorrow
Incredible.
on the show from Gulfstream, we're going to have another one of our contests. But
Yep,
again,
yep.
we're not going to have a contest winner until next Monday.
Yeah.
So again, even if you're not a winner, you could feel like
Yeah,
a winner.
come on down. It's
Come
great.
on out. It's going to be great.
You know, and if you're really a gambler, you anticipate winning, so you come
Yeah,
in
you
on
just
the
go
freebie
for it.
from the contest, and then later you win the
You
contest on
reimburse
Monday.
yourself, exactly.
It's all-
Otherwise, you're out $40.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but hey, look, I'm going to get a thrill on Saturday riding roller coasters. And I think sometimes my heart pounds a little bit more and is on the verge of explosion or implosion.
Gambling.
Don't eat
When-
a lot before you go on the roller
When I'm
coaster.
alive in
Do
a
us
pick
favor.
4 or
Yeah.
pick 5 for a big number, and then they're coming down the stretch, and my horse is out in front, and then he quits and spits the bit in the last 16.
Unless you're in the front car, try not to eat a lot before you go on these things.
All right. Well,
Because we don't want you, projectile.
no,
you know.
I always do my eating and drinking after the rides
Oh, good,
are
good.
done.
Okay.
And
Now, does
that'll
your
be-
daughter ride in the same car as you? Or?
yeah, she's not embarrassed. I
Okay,
mean,
all right.
but this time because it's families, I'll probably ride with the other
with the
dad,
yeah.
and she'll ride with her friend,
All right.
and it's going to be a fun time. Also coming up, Dine Out Lauderdale,
Yep.
August 1st through 31st. I encourage everybody
Yeah, like a week or so.
to check out the dineoutlauderdale.com website because scores of restaurants have signed up. More are signing up by the day. And I just talked to Linda Zackheim at Jackson's Ice Cream Parlor. They're participating because it's not just for the fine dining fancy
Well, they've opened it up
restaurants
to,
this
like,
year.
everyone.
They want everybody involved. And you know, this is the thing about restaurateurs. She's taking this so seriously. You know, they asked her to come up with a specialty item. So she's creating this sundae that's kind of like a miniaturized version of their famous kitchen sink. And I think she's calling it everything under the sun for one. And it's a little bit of a long one, but everything
Kitchen sink was always a challenge.
kitchen the sink. It's a mini kitchen sink. But she's been tweaking it. She's going back and forth on how many scoops it should be and what the toppings are. She wants it to look real good for our show next Thursday. We're going to be
Nice.
there.
Oh yeah,
And
Cool.
we're going to be there on Thursday, and then I think Deco Drive is coming out to feature them as part of the
Nice.
newly retooled Dine Out Lauderdale.
Deco
That's-
Drive want to get wind of the Mike Mayo Lunchbox show.
well, they might do that
Talking
too.
about
Maybe
an
they'll come out.
entertainment entity that's rising to the top of the charts.
Yeah, we are a juggernaut. It's
Yeah.
unbelievable. And every day it's a feast here on the Lunchbox. DineOutLauderdale.com. Check it out August 1st through 31st. It's going to be a great time for those who are into the food and dining scene. That's going to do it for today.
Yes, sir.
Couldn't
what
be
a
happier.
job.
All I did was eat. It's fantastic.
What a life we got. We got the freshest bounty from the seas, and tomorrow we'll have the
tuna
thundering
steak.
hooves of horses,
Home
along
run.
with another great lunchtime feast at 10 Palms at Gulfstream Park. We'll see everybody out there tomorrow. Until then, for Jeff Defo DeForest, Mike Lubie Lubitz, and the wonderful staff here
Yeah, thanks,
at
Jose,
Delaware
Gene,
Chicken
everyone.
Farm and
Thank you
Seafood
very much.
Market,
Applause, yeah.
managers Gene and Jose. We say thanks to all for tuning in, and remember to enjoy every sandwich.